Yo, YouTube, this is Jordan Steele 88 coming at you with another video. Title of this video, Week 1 Free Agency Recap for the Pittsburgh Steelers, so let's get into it. Omar Khan and Andy Waddle are all in this free agency thing. That's something you don't see from the Steelers. It's better than we had with Kevin Colbert for all these years, despite him leading us to 2 Super Bowl wins out of 3 appearances. But Omar Khan and Andy Waddle, they're not playing around. They are all in. That is all in. There are some players that were released, some players that we have signed from other teams and or re-signed. So let's talk about them. First, the Steelers. I'm going to talk about Steelers that we have released. We have released Cameron Sutton, but he signed with the Lions. I mean, we didn't technically release him. He just signed with the Lions. We just couldn't get a contract with them. So he signed with the Lions. Well, was it a 1 year or 2 year deal? If I remember. He signed with the Lions for a 2 year deal, I believe. So, yeah. So Cameron Sutton, they just couldn't give him a new contract. Robert Spillane, he went to the Vegas Raiders on like a 3 year or 2 year deal, wherever it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. A guy who was stopping the run, though, but wasn't no actual playmaker, though. And Cameron Sutton, on the other hand, he did well for us, though. He was improving year after year. Especially last year, he had like at least 2 interceptions or 3. But we just couldn't pay him. Ross Spillane, all he did was stop the run, even though he got that big run stop on Derrick Henry in 2020. But he was just not that true playmaker, though, for the linebacker spot. Now this one was a no-doubter. Devin Bush, he signed with the Seahawks on a 1 year deal. Because Devin Bush, he had a phenomenal rookie year, but in the next year, he tore his ACL. Just wasn't the same after that. Was not being a playmaker that he was in 2019. So those are the players who released. If I didn't miss any other players that we release. Excuse me. So now let's go to the players that we re-signed. We re-signed DeMonte Casey on a 3 year contract because DeMonte Casey, he started off on an injury reserve, then was suspended, and then in the second half season, he balled out, got at least 2 interceptions. So DeMonte Casey balled out. Now Larry Ogunjobi, we got our wish for Larry Ogunjobi. I don't want him resigned, and we got him resigned to a 3 year contract also, I believe. Because Larry Ogunjobi is a true run stopper and replacing Stephon Tuitt, who just retired in 2021, I believe. But Larry Ogunjobi played with the Bengals in 2021, but signed with the Steelers on a 1 year proven contract, and he lived up to that contract, and then we got him with a new contract. So that was a good sign for the Steelers' defensive line, though. So yeah, so Larry Ogunjobi got a new contract, and deservedly so. It was well deserved from him. Now, let's get to the players that we signed in free agency. Starting with Patrick Peterson. We signed him on a 2 year contract. Patrick Peterson is that playmaker in that corner position. Ain't like Joe Hayden, but Patrick Peterson is that playmaker at the cornerback position. He had like 5 interceptions. He had a good year with Minnesota. He was drafted in 2011, I believe, or 2012 draft, whichever year it was. I mean, age going to be a factor, could be a factor, but he has great football IQ. So Patrick Peterson, that was a phenomenal signing. Outstanding signing by the Steelers. Now, the next one, the guard. Nate Herbert signed a 2 year deal, I believe. We signed Nate Herbert from New York Jets. Nate Herbert is that mauler. He has that nastiest in him, something the Steelers need. on that offensive line. We signed another guard, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. But Nate Herbert, he ain't afraid. If we see some people blitzer coming, he will maul it and put on their ass. So, yeah. So Nate Herbert, that was a nice signing for the Steelers. Now, we signed Cole Holcomb from the Washington Commanders. Cole Holcomb is that run stuffer. Is not afraid of contact at all. Cole Holcomb, he got heart. His coverage may not be all that good, but he can stop the run. Something that we need. And he can be a little bit of a thumper too. Because Cole Holcomb, that was a nice signing. We also signed another linebacker named Landon Roberts from the Miami Dolphins. He could be paired up with Cole Holcomb, though. Even though we need another linebacker in the draft that could cover, which that's another video for another time. But anyway, Landon Roberts, his cover skills ain't all that good. Like Cole Holcomb, he can stop the run, and he's not afraid of contact at all. He got a little sideline-to-side speed to stop the run, and like I said, coverage not all that good. But when he sees a running back, he will attack. Just like Cole Holcomb, they will attack. Unlike we have with Devin Bush and Miles Jack. So, yeah. So Landon Roberts, that was a nice signing. And then we signed Isaac Seumalo for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I got to tell you, this dude has that dog in him. Isaac Seumalo, man, he got that dog in him. He is a smart guard, a smart offensive lineman. He's probably going to start, because Nate Herbert, which I talked about, because Nate Herbert's going to be a death piece. I mean, Seumalo going to push Kevin Dotson to the edge, because Kevin Dotson has been terrible, inconsistent, getting offensive penalties and causing us drives. Isaac Seumalo ain't going to do that. He will get to a point in attack, whether it's a defensive lineman or a linebacker. I watched his tape, and his technique is phenomenal. I mean, he has that dog in him. So I just saw Marlo. That was a nice signing. Oh, and one other guy I forgot that we did release is Miles Jack. Miles Jack was released on cap reasons. So, because Miles Jack, he didn't quite live up to any of his expectations with the Steelers, but I mean, he's been injured though. I mean, him and Devin Bush are just too athletic. They're not thumpers, and they kept getting bullied around. Because you're not gonna see that with Roberts and Holcomb. They're not gonna get bullied around. So, yeah. So that's the free agency recap. So, yeah. So Omar Khan and Andy Waddle, they are doing one hell of a job getting this team together. Omar Khan has been striking, and they're not done yet. They're not done. These guys are not done. There are more to come this week, or I don't know. So one hell of a job for our front office. This front office is very different from Kevin Colbert. So, yeah. Now, I know I already talked about the free agent signings and releases on my YouTube shorts. So those links are going to be in the description. So that's all for this video. This is Jordan Steele 88 coming at you with another video. As I did a free agent recap week 1. Like, comment, subscribe for more Pittsburgh sports content and other sports content on my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And as always, Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Yeah, man.